Brother, hear me out. Lately, your heart feels burdened, doesn't it? At night, your mind races, staring at the ceiling, wrestling with past mistakes or fears of what's to come. You tell yourself to stop, to breathe, but a weight lingers in your chest. Your gut, refusing to relent. Stress, uncertainty, fear, they gnaw at you. By day, you wear a brave face, but inside, a silent battle rages. You are not alone. Most men carry burdens unseen, wrestling with money, relationships, the future, or the judgment of others. We plan every detail, strive to control every outcome, yet still feel lacking. But what if the answer lies not in modern tools or therapies, though they aid us, but in a wisdom forged over 2,000 years ago? Stoicism, the philosophy of Roman emperors, warriors, slaves, and scholars, still holds power today. And here's the truth, it works now as it did then. Life was unpredictable: war, betrayal, disease, pain. Men couldn't tame the chaos around them, but they mastered their response to it. Today, you'll learn 8 Stoic habits to conquer. Worry not fleetingly, but deeply, with purpose. These aren't mere tricks. They are a transformation of the soul, ancient tools to forge inner peace in a world bent on breaking it. This is no lecture, you need no philosophy degree. These lessons are practical, clear, and true. Whether you're a student, father, warrior, or a man striving to endure each day, let me share a brief tale. Years ago, I was lost, overwhelmed. I checked my phone endlessly, chasing validation, drowning in overthinking. I thought worry showed duty, but I lacked faith in myself. One night, I found Marcus Aurelius's words, written amidst war and plague. He said, "You have power over your mind, not external events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Those words struck like lightning. I'd spent years trying to control the uncontrollable, never mastering my own mind. That moment sparked change. I studied Stoicism, practiced its habits, and reshaped my response to stress. The beauty is, you don't need to overhaul your life for peace. Shift how you see it. These 8 habits will guide you step by step, with wisdom from true Stoic philosophers and real-world examples of how they've strengthened men like you and me. This isn't just a video, it's a call to rise. Take a deep breath. You're not broken or weak for worrying, but you're strong enough to change how you respond. That's what we'll do together. If this resonates, declare in the comments, "I choose peace over control." If this speaks to your soul, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share your thoughts as we go. I read every word. Now, let's begin. First, master the art of foreseeing challenges. Tell me, have you ever worried about something that never came to pass? Of course, we all have. Our minds conjure the worst: loss, failure, shame, sickness, and our bodies react as if it's already real. Fear grips us. But the Stoics wielded a powerful shield, premeditatio malorum, foreseeing the evils that may come. Seneca taught, "He who foresees calamity robs it of its power in the present." This practice may sound grim, imagining what could go wrong, but it's the opposite. It's liberation. It's not about dwelling in fear, but arming yourself with readiness. Each morning, a Stoic asks, what trials might today bring? What insults or losses could strike by calmly facing the worst? They strip it of its sting. They make peace with it before it arrives. Here's how you wield this today before a vital meeting. Ask, what's the worst that could happen? And how will I meet it with courage and calm before a great decision? Ask, if I lose all, what strength remains within me before the day begins? Ask, who might test my patience? And how will I respond like a Stoic? Not a slave to passion. Worry thrives in the unknown, but when you've rehearsed the battle in your mind, you stand unshaken. Now Smilinga, but they don't rule you. You've trained in dignity, self-mastery, and inner calm. This makes you stronger than most, who wander blindly into life, hoping for peace without preparing for war. So, start today. Before your next challenge or dawn, take 2 minutes. Close your eyes and calmly consider what might go wrong. Then whisper to yourself, I am ready. This is Stoic strength, not pretending evil won't come, but preparing so it cannot master you. Second, embrace the discipline of the control test. Have you ever fretted over things beyond your grasp? The weather, others' thoughts, the past, the economy, or an unanswered message? We all have. The more we fixate on what we cannot control, the more powerless we feel. Here, the Stoics offer a mighty tool, the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, a sage of enduring wisdom, said, some things are within our power, others are not. These simple words unlock peace. Stoics divide life into 2 realms: what you can control, your thoughts, actions, reactions, and values, and what you cannot, others, outcomes. The past, much of the future. Most err gravely here, pouring their strength into what lies beyond reach, then wondering why they're drained, anxious, and helpless. A Stoic warrior redirects that energy. When criticized, he doesn't dwell on the words, but masters his response. Facing uncertainty, he doesn't predict the future, but fortifies his mind. Betrayed, he doesn't wallow in pain, but keeps his spirit clear. This is the control test. With every worry, ask, is this within my power? If not, release it. Let it go. If it is, focus only on what you can do. Here's how to forge this habit today. When your mind spirals, pause and ask, is this within my control? If not, picture dropping a stone into the sea. It vanishes. Then ask, what is in my power now? And act. Say someone insults you online. Can you control their words? No. Can you control whether you stoop to their level or rise in calm? Yes. Say you're denied a job you wanted. Can you control their choice? No. But you can hone your skills and try again. Can't you? When you live this way, a transformation unfolds. Your mind sharpens, your emotions align, and your spirit grows steadfast. You cease wasting energy on futile walls and channel it toward open gates. Gradually, anxiety fades, not because life softens, but because your soul strengthens. This is the Stoic path. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not external events. Grasp this, and you uncover strength. Declare this truth in the comments. I command my actions, not the world. Third, guard your mind by choosing what enters it. Be honest. How often does your unease stem not from your life, but from what you absorb? A grim headline, a bitter friend's complaints, or a social post that makes you feel lesser. Much of your strain comes from without, not within. You've unknowingly let it invade your soul. This is why Stoics vigilantly filter what they allow into their minds. Seneca urged us to surround ourselves with those who elevate us and to lift others in turn. This applies not just to people, but to all you take in. You cannot fill your mind with refuse and expect peace. Thus, forge this habit. Limit what you consume. Treat your mind as a sacred fortress. Unfollow social accounts that stir unrest, anger, or excess. Cap news. To 5 or 10 minutes daily, choose trusted sources. Don't scroll endlessly. Steer clear of those who endlessly gripe, gossip, or sow fear into your life. Curate your digital world with purpose. Nourish your soul with wisdom, strength, and clarity, not noise. This isn't hiding from reality, it's preserving your strength. Stoics see the mind as a garden. Let weeds overrun it, and peace will never bloom. Here's why this works. Anxiety feeds on fuel. Starvate, and it withers. You need not react to every opinion, absorb every tale, or carry others' pain. A calm mind isn't passive, it's protected. Build mental gates. For each input, ask, does this strengthen or weaken me? If it weakens, it's unworthy of your attention. As Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters. Yet, if your response is shaped by what you let in, control the input to master the output and your peace. Affirm this. Below, I guard my mind like a warrior. Fourth, reflect daily to forge a warrior's mind. Picture this each night. Instead of scrolling endlessly or stewing in stress, you sit in stillness and ask, how did I live today? This is a cornerstone. Stoic practice, reviewing your actions not to judge, but to grow. Seneca wrote, when the light fades and my wife grows silent, I examine my day, reflecting on my deeds and words. Consider this, how much of our worry springs from unprocessed thoughts, ignored moments, or unlearned mistakes, rather than rushing past the day. A Stoic faces it with courage. They ask, was I brave today? Did I let external forces steal my peace? Did I speak words I regret? Did I uphold my principles through daily reflection? A Stoic doesn't just recall events, he reshapes his mind, forging clarity and strength. This habit makes you a warrior of the spirit over time. You see patterns, what triggers you, what drains you, what lifts you. You grow sharper in your responses, more disciplined with emotions, and truer to your values. Here's how to build it each night. Sit quietly for 5 to 10 minutes. Ask, what did I do well today? What can I improve tomorrow? Don't condemn yourself, observe. Write in a journal if you can, letting it mirror your soul. A bad day. Good. Now you know where to grow. Worry festers when we flee the past, but facing it with honesty disarms it. Marcus Aurelius reflected nightly in his meditations, not for the world, but for himself, to stay grounded, humble, and aligned. You can do the same. This practice brings clarity at night and purpose at dawn. Over time, your mind steadies, no longer spiraling, because reflection anchors you. A grounded man isn't swept away by fear. Fifth, embrace your fate with love, amor fati. How much of your worry comes from resisting reality? You didn't want that bond to break, that chance to slip, that ill news to strike. You wrestle with truth, replaying it, doubting, wishing it otherwise. This resistance breeds anxiety, sorrow, even bitterness. But Stoics offer a profound practice, amor fati, to love your fate. It's not mere acceptance, but embracing every turn as your path, not a punishment. Nietzsche, inspired by Stoicism, said, "My formula for greatness is amor fati, to wish nothing different. Not forward, not backward, not in all eternity." It sounds impossible loving pain, but it's not about enjoying suffering. It's seeing that suffering can forge you. Say, this happened. I cannot change it, but I'll use it. That breakup you didn't choose, it may lead you to rediscover yourself. That failure, it teaches humility and grit. A Stoic sees all, even tragedy, as fuel. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The obstacle to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The problem is part of your journey. The detour is your true path. Live this, and you stop clinging to how things should be, embracing life as it is." Here's how to practice it when misfortune strikes. Pause. Breathe. Say, amor fati. Then ask, how can this shape me? What does it teach? How do I use it? Not let it rule me. Step forward. Resolute. Focused. Anxiety turns to curiosity, pain to wisdom, and life, even at its worst, gains meaning. This isn't blind optimism, it's Stoic strength. A man who loves his fate, no matter its form, becomes untouchable. If this stirs you, comment, "I embrace my path, not my fears." Sixth, anchor yourself in the present moment. How often does your worry stem from a future that hasn't arrived? You dread illness, job loss, heartbreak, or troubles next week, next month, next year. But right now, in this breath, you live, you stand, you are whole. The Stoics gift us a healing practice presence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present. Reflect on this. No past, no future, only this moment." He also said, "Let not the future disturb you. You'll meet it when it comes, armed with the reason you wield today." A Stoic knows true strength lies in living fully now. The past is gone, the future unborn, only the present is yours. Worry steals your mind, trapping you in times that don't exist. But by returning to this moment, again and again, you reclaim your power. Practice this daily. Ask, am I here now, or lost in what-ifs? When anxiety creeps in, ground yourself in your senses. Feel the earth beneath you. Hear the world's hum. Focus on your breath. Find presence in small acts, sipping tea, walking, speaking. Be here, not before or after. Presence is not just a state, it's a spiritual weapon. In the now, anxiety starves. For no calamity exists in this instant. No enemy stands here. Only this moment, and it is enough. Stoicism doesn't deny life's storms. It trains you to face them when they arrive, not in endless imagination. Make this your daily mantra. This moment is enough, for I am alive. And that is strength. If you tire of living in the past or future, affirm, below, I dwell fully in the present. 7th, choose discomfort deliberately. Paradoxically, the path to fearless tomorrows is embracing hardship today. Why? When you're accustomed to struggle, the future's threats lose their terror. Seneca, though wealthy, slept on bare floors, ate simple fare, and wore rough clothes by choice. He said, set aside days to be content with meager food and coarse clothing. Then ask, is this what I feared? Why did a man of power do this? Because he knew that enduring hardship willingly ensures unexpected trials cannot break you. Worry grows from unfamiliar pain. But if you've trained in discomfort, hunger, rejection, failure, it ceases to haunt you. This isn't self-punishment, it's preparation. Skip a meal to feel your resilience. Take a cold shower to prove you can endure. Say no to small pleasures to temper your will. Rise early. Though it's hard, tackle the toughest task first. Each act proves you're stronger than your comfort zone. As you see yourself this way, fear weakens. Life will always bring storms. But if you've walked through rain, you won't panic when it falls. This habit holds a deeper beauty when you stop chasing comfort at all costs. You cease fearing discomfort. That is true freedom. A Stoic doesn't craft a life without trials, but a mind strong enough to face them all. Challenge yourself. Disrupt your ease. Live boldly today to be free tomorrow. If you're weathering a storm, declare in the comments, I grow stronger through trials. 8. Live by virtue, not outcomes. Too many men fixate on results. Will this succeed? Will others approve? What if I fail? And this breeds worry. As outcomes are uncertain, but Stoics teach a higher truth. Strive to be a good man, not to be seen as one. Act rightly, not for the prize. Epictetus said, don't demand things happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do, and you will live well. Live by your values. Honesty, courage, discipline, kindness, and you've already won. No matter the world's verdict or the end result, worry stems from chasing externals, wealth, fame, approval. Peace is born when you live true to your soul, regardless of the score. Marcus Aurelius wrote, if it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Apply this before acting. Don't ask, will this make me win? Ask, is this just? Before a risk. Don't ask, will failure make me look foolish? Ask, will I grow, win or lose? When fearing others' eyes, ask, did I act with honor? If so, you've triumphed. You can't control others' thoughts or the final tally, but you can command your choices. When your soul is pure, you rest easy. When your actions stem from virtue, fier fadis. Stoics like Marcus weren't obsessed with ambition. They sought to be upright, not celebrated. They didn't aim to shine, but to be strong. Simple. Wise men doing right. Unseen. That's the root of peace. You can't control life's end, but you can always govern how you live. Shift from seeking applause to living truth, from outcomes to effort, from fear to virtue, and worry will dissolve. Nothing disturbs a man who knows he's lived with dignity. If virtue guides you now, Affirm, below I live by virtue, not fear. Worry is a thief of peace, creeping in silently, growing, if unchecked, stealing years of joy, focus, and faith. But the Stoics knew, and you must too, you are not powerless. Though you can't tame life's tempests, you can forge a mind that stands calm in their midst. You weren't born to tremble before fears. You're here to master yourself, to let the world spin while others chase panic and strain. You remain steady, resolute, focused, serene. That is Stoicism. That is strength. That is peace. If this video has armed you, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let our Stoic brotherhood grow. We are stronger together. End by claiming your power. Say, I choose calm. I choose strength. I choose Stoicism.